They're bored. They went like that. There's nice. All back to you. I don't do that. At £4 grand. Yeah, done that.
Jen, are you ready, Jen?
Yeah.
Can we hear Helen? Helen, can we hear you?
Hello.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Do you know what we still haven't done is we haven't decided whether we're calling this Soccer A to Z or Soccer A to Z. A to Z. I mean, you know, because I'm sort of thinking I like the Z ring to it. You know,
A to Z. I'm A to Z.
I'm A to Z.
If we
What?
What if we're trying to track American? If we're trying to track American billionaires, we're going down the Z road, right?
I'm sure it's not going to be a deal breaker, is it? If it's...
Well, we've got to make a decision because I've got to say it about half a dozen times in this show.
What do you say A to Z, Zed?
Look, enough of this nonsense. Let's get on with this show. Soccer A to Z is proudly sponsored by BP Me Rewards. Right, are you ready, guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Right, well, shut up then. Let me start. Welcome to... No, stop laughing, you as well. Look, this is the third time. Welcome. Look, people are tuning into this. They want it to be pro. Welcome to the People's Podcast, the world's #1 podcast, reclaiming the beautiful game for the fans. Blah, 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 blah,
Where are you
blah.
reclaiming it from?
Blah, blah. I don't know. We're here to save football. I'm not sure football needs saving, but that's what we're going to do. Okay, this is all about this podcast, fans podcast, people's podcast, down to business, the business of show business. It's the first show, so we're gonna. Yeah, I think so. It's the first show, so we just want to get to know everybody, see who's involved in the podcast, and also sort of, you know, let the listeners know what this podcast is all about. That is kind of the idea. Now, we all know football is a squad game, don't we? So we've got a squad involved. We've got loads of them in today. Let me introduce today's squad. Obviously, we've got the First Lady of Football is here, Helen Chamberlain. Now, formerly known as Sheephead, or maybe not, but is he back to Joe? But then Tubes, to my left here, has told me that his real name is Joel. We have no idea what we're going to call him.
Your name is Joel, isn't it?
Yeah.
So why did we call you Joe for years?
Don't know.
You're trying to give yourself a cool nickname.
Yeah. Call me whatever you want.
No, you don't know.
His name's Joel.
Yeah, I didn't know your name was Joel. What do you want to be called? Sheephead or Joe?
Everyone
Or Joel?
calls me Joe. Sheephead, whatever you want. Not bothered. Call
Okay.
me whatever you want.
Well, we haven't sussed that out either. Okay. Robbie is here too, and he's podcast royalty these days. So we are lucky to have him here. Thank you so much, Robbie. We'll find out all about that. More digital royalty we've got as well in the form of Tubes, the Tiger Woods of YouTube. Tubes is here. Tubes is here. Or are we calling you P? I forgot your name was P, even though it was Peter and the Test Tube Baby. What do you
Yeah.
want to be called these days?
For Soccer A to Z or A to Z, I reckon Tubes, just as old school.
Tubes, yeah.
I reckon go Tubes, yeah.
Yeah, all right, Tubes. And then later on we have Chris Nutbeam phoning in. He's in the wonderful world of F1 these days, don't you know?
Is that what he's doing now?
We also have a message from Neil later. He's gone back to school and he can't be here today because he's gone to school and he'll be...
Neil the Square.
Neil the Square has
Robbie,
gone
do
to
people
school.
still call you Tramp?
No.
Oh.
That wasn't very PC, was it? Let's just ignore that. Right, so it's called Soccer A to ZZ. As every week, we're going to work our way through the alphabet, starting at A and then ending at Z or Z. We're going to give you a comprehensive and encyclopedic look at football. No stone unturned. Once we've gone through the alphabet, football will be completed. Back to that in a minute, though.
End?
That'll be the end. So we're doing how many shows? How many letters in the alphabet?
26, I think.
Yeah, about that.
It's actually a leap year.
Yeah. We've said all along we're only going to do this if we're having fun, right? That's what we're going to do. If we're having fun, having a laugh, then we'll carry on doing it and we'll see how it goes. Hopefully you lot will.
Have you got a plan? Have you got a backup plan for if we are all having fun and we've done 26 episodes?
Start again.
Then what?
Hey.
Numbers.
Can't do that, Joe. I've made a promise. We're giving up at 26 weeks, so we can't do that. That's it. It's over.
That's it, finished?
I've finished. Definitely.
Oh, wow.
Unless someone offers us £1 billion, then I'll go against my values and my morals, and I'll say, yeah, let's go around again. Right. People want to know what we've all been up to since since Soccer M days, the glory days. So should we start with Joe? By the way, I've been doing a show on Sunday called Sunday Brunch.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Is it any good?
No, not really. No, it's brilliant. It is absolutely brilliant.
What's it about?
Cooking, entertainment, bit of music, bit of celebrity. You'll love it. Tune in one day.
Has your cooking got better since you've been on that show?
Yes, it has. Yeah, it has, because I watch these guys every week. They're brilliant. I mean, I knock up a fantastic steak now. If you are listening and you're interested in cooking meat, always get it to room temperature first. Honestly, it makes a hell of a difference. And leave the meat to rest.
How long for?
Well, I can't remember the law of it. Isn't it like for
5
every...
minutes, isn't it? The stuff?
No, there's kind of some strange... They have all these chef people have laws. Like if you cook it for 10 minutes, you leave it to rest for a minute or something. I don't know, or something like that.
Ooh, wow.
Anyway, let's talk to the first woman of football first of all, Helen Chamberlain. she now runs a farm, I believe. That's kind of...
No, it's a small holding, Tim.
What's the
It's a
difference?
small holding.
What's the difference?
6 acres.
Size,
That's
I
the
imagine.
difference. Anything under 10 acres is a small holding, not a farm.
And why have you got it?
Wait, why have I got it?
Yeah.
Fair question.
Yeah.
I wanted some animals. I wanted a horse again. I had a horse when I was a teenager, and I always thought I'd love to have a horse again. So I bought somewhere with a field, so I could have a horse again.
Always starts with a horse, doesn't it?
It's the gateway animal. Get you
Then I
hooked.
put a field next door, and then I just filled it all up with animals.
How many animals have you got?
I've probably got about 100 chickens to start with, and then you add the ducks and the geese and the peacocks, and I've got a couple of cockatiels and a budgie. That's the bird. No, rhea. I've got rheas as well, which are like ostrich things. That's the birds.
Do they all get on, or do any of them have beef with each other, or?
Oh, they have beef all the time, especially in spring when the sap is rising, shall we say. They all start, it's all about breeding season, and then everything starts to squabble. And the post office refused to deliver to me anymore. The last letter I got through my letterbox from Royal Mail saying, we are no longer prepared to deliver letters to you due to overly aggressive geese.
I'm so
Pecking the postman.
I'm so team post office in this. I'm on their
I
side.
didn't go anywhere near
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
Oh, yeah. Just geese they're horrible.
Have you Tubes? You never been to Helen's house?
I have, yeah.
Because when you're there, Robbie, I think you know this. When you're there, you have no idea what an animal is and what's a wild thing. Like you see a spider and think, "Has she rescued that?" Or is it like
I've been there once and we played poker around a house, and I actually remember seeing a mouse run across the floor. I was like, no idea if that's a pet or not.
That wasn't this house, Robbie. That was the other house.
Oh, well, they've got mice. Find them, I'm telling.
Why didn't you say anything at the time? Why
I didn't know
didn't
if
you
it was
say
a pet. There was animals everywhere. I can't mention every one. It'd take ages.
So what's the end game with this, Helen? What happens? What's the end game?
I don't know. What's the end game to life? You just do.
Oh yeah,
It's only episode 1.
Are you going to start charging people to come in and see the animals?
I've just rescued another pig.
From what?
From where?
Terrorists.
And why
I
are you?
hate you all already.
I remember one Saturday you brought a swan to work.
Yeah, in
'Cause
a
you
car,
went-
didn't she?
yeah,
In a
'cause-
car, she
yeah.
brought a swan in
Oh,
the
yeah.
car. she said she found it, right? And we thought, yeah, right. You did find it, but it was by a pond,
Yeah,
enjoying
I
yourself.
I'm sure it was living in the pond.
It was, yeah.
You kidnapped it.
She saw it and thought, I'd take that to work with me. Right, let's move on. Who should we go to next? Let's go to Robbie, because he is podcast royalty, as I mentioned earlier. Very successful in the world. But actually, you're very successful online, totally. You got YouTube channels. Don't you hang out on Twitch as well and play computer games and
Yeah,
stuff?
it's a midlife crisis. Too. Yeah, that's a polite way of calling it.
But let's
yeah.
start with Happy Hour, because that's huge, isn't it? He does this podcast called Happy Hour. For anyone who hasn't listened to it, Joe, what is it?
It's some people talking, like most podcasts. It's popular with the youth. student type people. It's various. We just
Can I-
discuss different things.
I just say I went to his live show, right? And yes, it is popular with the youth. The crowd are very young. They loved it. I loved it. You're brilliant. Jack was brilliant. But what was funny is all the jokes about Robbie was how old he was. It was just really fun. Everything. And you're not that old, are you? What are you in your 40s?
47.
47. They were talking about you like you're an OAP. That was funny.
It is. It's all relatively nice. I just need to join a bowls club or something so I can cancel it out.
My niece once said to me, "Do you actually know Robbie Knox?" I'm like, "Yeah." She couldn't believe it. It was like her mind was blown that I knew Robbie Knox.
There we go.
Yeah.
She said, "Yeah, he's an idiot. I used to work with him for years."
The crowd is amazing, aren't they? They're really like.
They're very into it, yeah.
love
You
it.
sold out Shepherd's Bush Empire.
Yeah, twice.
That's impressive.
Twice in one run, or once the next year round.
Once next year.
He's very good though. Yeah.
He's good, yeah.
And you and how often are you doing that? Weekly at the moment?
It's on. It goes out twice a week, but I don't normally do the ones with guests because I tend to do other stuff.
And so what else are you doing? Because I know you go to. He does this thing where he goes to pubs and gets drunk, and then puts it on the internet, makes
I
money.
used to do that quite a lot.
Yeah, I do a lot of stuff pub related.
By the way, if no one knows, Tubes doesn't drink anymore. He gave it all up after a while. Go on.
There's a pub. I do a pub podcast as well called The Moon Underwater. You've been on it as a guest.
Yes, I like that one.
I've not
That's
invited
good.
Peaks, an alcoholic.
Yeah.
But
I'm not sure we should be laughing at that. Can we just say? You should go on it. I did non-alcoholic beer on it because I've got really.
I'll come on your
interest in
podcast and talk about
Yeah, you should.
not drinking.
yeah,
I did one with you, a YouTube channel where I went for a walk with you, and I insisted on going on the Jack the Ripper walk. Why?
Yeah.
But we didn't go with a tour guide. We just
we
did
just
it
went on
ourselves.
our own and just tried to Google it.
It's kind of boring, wasn't it? We just walk it. Well, it was nice.
I had a nice time, but we didn't. I think it's better if you know anything about Jack the Ripper rather than just walking around Googling Jack the Ripper.
Yeah.
Yes, I do a lot of YouTube sort of stuff, a lot of podcasty sort of stuff, and just kill time to the sweet release of death.
As you're on your digital media, are you now just a billionaire now?
No, God no.
Of course you are. So on to Joel Sheephead. I messaged you a few weeks ago, and you were at the Paris Olympics. What were you competing in?
Decathlon.
Decathlon.
Did you win?
How'd you go?
Bit of an all-rounder.
Yeah.
No, I didn't win.
You didn't win. No. What were you doing there?
Working,
Right.
yeah, keeping your
Burger van.
Flipping burgers. No, I wasn't. I was.
Crop was yours.
No, I was working on the television side of things, making sure the world got to see what they wanted to see out of the Olympics.
Right.
And I
okay.
believe they did. So.
Right. So without you, there was no Olympics.
Yeah,
Right.
pretty much. Yeah.
What else are you doing? What other stuff you? What is your job title these days? Producer?
Yeah,
Are you a
I'm just
PD? Are you
kind of-
producer director?
Yeah, sort of freelance, just keeping it real. See, you introduced him as podcast royalty.
Yeah.
He's YouTube royalty.
yeah.
I'm still keeping it real.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, man of the
Just
people.
keeping man of the
Yeah,
street,
yeah, just keeping world
Yeah.
sport going.
Yeah. No, Helen's the first lady of football. That's
Yeah,
what she
first
is.
lady for there you go. See,
What are
everyone-
you, Tim?
I don't know. Just I don't know.
TV
What
chef.
No, I'm a
TV chef psychic.
international TV
Oh, yeah.
personality.
Isn't it time that we heard from the most successful person out of the lot of us?
Who's that?
Who's
Yeah,
that?
who are you saying that is?
Tubes!
Tubes, yeah.
I didn't even know Tubes played golf, and here he is, the most successful person out of all of us.
They're calling him the Tiger Woods of YouTube.
And I'm also not sure I'm the most successful out of all of us.
It's going well though, isn't it?
It's going really well. Yeah. it's-
Everyone I know watches you.
it's amazing.
It's called Golf Life, right?
Yeah, Golf Life, myself, my brother Big Ange, and we've got Jimmy Bullard on board. It's like a podcast on a golf course.
It's good.
Thank
really
you.
good.
Oh, no.
I don't like golf.
Robbie helped me start it.
I
Did
did.
he?
Yeah, Robbie helped me start it about 5
I
years ago.
remember that, yeah.
And then he bought me a laptop to say thank you. That's nice, isn't it?
You won't, can I have cash instead? I want cash.
No, I need a laptop. He said, I'm going to buy it for you.
That's really nice of you, Tubes.
But no, it's going well, guys. I absolutely love it. And yeah, I'm getting a little bit better at golf. But we've had some great people on.
Do you know, I did it. You phoned me up. But it was actually before you knew about this, wasn't it? You phoned me up and said,
It was, yeah.
or you texted me and said, do you fancy doing Golf Life? Because
'Cause I never knew you played golf.
I used to play when I was on Soccer AM, not very well.
Yeah, I
but
remember that, yeah.
I think you might have retired me though, because I watched it back and I loved it, by the way. Go and watch it. It's me and him messing about, talking about the good old days of Soccer AM and stuff. And we play a round of golf together. Don't we? Play scramble, and it was really good fun. But when you watch yourself back playing golf, in my mind, when I hit a ball, I'm like Rory. When I watch it back, I'm horrific. But hold on. We asked people to send in questions. I've got a question here. Talk amongst yourself while I find it.
Do you play golf, John?
Not very regularly. It infuriates me, golf. I always go home in a really bad mood.
When Joe gets hold of it, it really goes. Right, Liam Frost, 85, says...
It's not in the right direction.
Liam Frost, 85, says, Tubes, when we going to get a Golf Life versus Soccer AM scramble match? Are we going to do that, Tubes?
Soccer what? It's Golf Life Soccer A to Z or A to Z? That's what we've got to do.
Oh, yeah, it's A to Z, isn't it? Yeah.
We've got to get
Forgot about
everyone.
that. A to Z,
Helen,
A to Z.
Joel, Robbie, Tim.
Helen, do you play golf?
I've played once for, do you remember Golf Punk magazine?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I think Jamie Redknapp was involved in, wasn't he?
Wasn't he? I'm not sure.
Rings a bell.
I don't know. They asked me to have and I said I've never played before, and they said no, that's fine. That's what we want. So I turned up, but I turned up with some massive black and white checked plaid trousers on. I wanted to look the part and a cap and everything. And I just started smashing balls about like Happy Gilmore. And I thought it was brilliant because I wasn't terrible, but I also wasn't disciplined. I'd be all right hitting the big shots, but I'd have absolutely no discipline on the green because I can't... You know how they wait and then they look and then they fiddle about and then they look and then they fiddle about a bit and then they bend down and then they look. I would just go, there's the ball, here's my stick, there's the hole, hit it, and if it misses, then I'll have another
go. If you
go.
put like that,
exactly. Can you make your second game on Golf Life then with all of us, please?
Yeah, I can. Yeah. I was all right. Come the end, there was a guy who was fetching the balls, and he had a big bag, and I was saying, "Stay where you are," and I was balls to him, and he was just picking them up in the bag, and so I enjoyed that bit.
Is that how you play golf?
just quickly, Helen. You're known for playing darts. Are you still playing darts?
See, this is why I think I was not terrible at it.
Oh, you can't compare golf and darts. Jesus Christ, no way.
Hand-to-eye coordination,
okay.
Tim. Hand-to-eye coordination. So there was a man with a bag over there, and I went, "Do not move!" Bonk! And he didn't move, and he went in the bag. But yeah, I still play darts. I've got a Scully anyway.
I'm calling bull. I'm calling bullshit.
Yeah, right, Rory McIlroy couldn't do that.
Right, there's two people missing, right? Neil, who we spoke to earlier on in the week, and Chris. I think we should go to Chris first, because Neil's at school.
Is he?
Yeah, he's at
double maths. Yeah,
seriously,
maybe on lunch.
And he's given us a message, so we'll hear that in a minute. But Chris is live now, I think, via video call. Let's speak to Chris.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, Chris.
Hi, Chris.
Chris, how the devil are you?
Yeah, really well, thanks. I think I'm the only one that's had to take a day off to do this today.
Oh, you got a proper job?
Yeah, I think I'm the only one with a proper job. No, not a proper job, because you're all really successful in your own right. But yeah, I'm.
Yeah.
Well, I watched yours and Tubes Golf Life the other day, and I really enjoyed it. Thought it was really, really good.
God, we're doing a lot of promo for Golf Life on this podcast, aren't we? Anyone else want to promo anything? Sunday Brunch is a good show. Anyone should tune in for that. It's a show I do on a Sunday morning, Joe. You should watch it. It's cooking and celebrity and all that sort of stuff. Happy Hour is a great thing as well. Get on that podcast. Chris, we haven't heard from you I speak to you all the time. I know what you're up to, but you've got a new job, which is actually, first of all, before we do that, we were having a discussion before the show saying, what did Chris actually do on the show? And all of us were thinking something to do with cheese or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think there's three things that I did on Soccer AM that of note. I think one was I was the cheese person, if anyone remembers that. Sort of a poor man's Gordon Ramsay. Did something called the C word, which I think is inappropriate in its own right.
Was that cheese again?
Yeah,
it was cheese. Yeah. The other thing
that doesn't count as two things then.
I was beaten up by Fenners every week in a blue leotard.
Oh yeah, you're a wrestler.
Easy. You shut up.
And then in the later years, I booked Barry from EastEnders instead of Sean Goater on the show once.
This was unbelievable.
Right. Yeah, that's the story.
This was an unbelievable story.
Go on, tell us.
You've got to tell him.
Go on, tell us, Chris.
Am I telling her as Chiefs? Okay, so basically, when I was booking some of the guests for the show, we had a Man City show coming up, and I just had Sean Agent on my phone. And I texted this agent and said, look, we've got Man City, we've got a show coming up. Can I book Sean for the show? And the agent went, yeah, no problem, all sorted, booked it in, right? And then 2 weeks later, I'm going, I just need to organise a chat with Sean, if that's all right. And they said, he's busy. Can I just speak to you? So this was the Friday before the show. So I'm speaking to this agent. I'm going, I'm thinking it's Sean Goater's agent. I'm going, what's he up to at the moment? And he's saying, he's doing a lot of panto at the moment. All of a sudden, you get that cold feeling when you've gone, I've made a really, really bad mistake here. So to ask a few more questions and have to put the agent on hold, I went up and I'm talking to Helen and Tubes and those guys, and I'm saying, I've really messed up. I said I booked Barry from EastEnders instead of Sean Goater.
Hysterical.
Yeah.
What was it like, Helen?
Going. His face was white. And I remember it so clearly. Sat down, he's like, guys, I've done a thing. Guys, I can't. And it took him ages to get it out. And he said, I thought I was booking Sean Goater and I've booked Sean Williamson. And we went, how? But it ended up okay, because luckily Sean Williamson, what a guy he is, because we prepared everything for Sean Goater. So come the Saturday morning...
You asked the same question.
They asked the questions to Sean Williamson that we were going to ask for Sean Goater, and he answered them
and
all.
He did it.
Yeah.
Oh, what a legend. Yeah. Chris has got a great job, right? So he leaves Soccer AM and then he gets himself a job at a Chelsea Football Club, which is, the home of football. What a great job. He's a Southampton fan, by the way. He works with all the backroom staff there, the team, meets all the players and all that. Then he leaves and he's only gone and got himself a job with the F1. What's the difference between F1 and football then? Because you work behind the scenes
One's
in both.
In cars.
Oh, is it? Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, but what's the difference between the setup? Because there's huge money in both of them, and Chelsea's obviously got a lot of money. Williams are clearly rich. What do you think the differences are?
Yeah, so there's a few differences. One, you follow the team and the drivers, so it's like following the players versus the team sometimes. So, Carlos Sainz, you'll follow him. You won't necessarily follow Ferrari, and then if the driver switches teams, you'll follow the driver.
Chris, but I've watched Drive to Survive, and I absolutely love it now. So
Drive to Survive changed the game. So now we've got all these different new fans coming to the game that want to be entertained, wanting to have fun, wanting to see the drivers doing stuff. It's really, really fascinating.
I remember you saying years ago, Tim, that what would make Formula One miles better would be if they wore glass helmets.
Well, I originally said no helmets, but I thought that was a bit
low. Or like see-through helmets where you could see their faces and absolutely bricking it as they're going around the corner.
Yeah, because all you see is a bobbling head. Helen, sorry, what were you saying there? We missed it.
I was saying exactly that. I said Drive to Survive at the same time as you, and I also remember you saying the problem with Formula One is you can't see their faces. Yeah. I remember you saying that as well. You didn't say to me about the glass helmets though, because you always said the problem with cricket is the ball is too hard.
Did I? Wow, don't remember. I said a lot of rubbish, didn't I? At the time. The only problem with glass helmets is, I don't know if you've noticed, but if you ever drop a glass, it doesn't really give a lot of protection around the head.
That's the only problem.
So Tubes and I want to go, Chris. I want to know, Chris, is you worked at Chelsea, you worked under, because you must have worked under probably 30 different managers. That were at rate we sack our managers.
You're there for a full year.
Which manager, because you worked under, or you Conte and Tuchel and a load of others. Frank Lampard. Who was your? Can you pick a favourite out of all those? Do you think? Who did you like working with?
I was going to say Super Frank.
Conte.
Oh, why?
Just the best. So you would go up to the canteen and you'd just be getting the food and you sit there. He'd come over with his sandwich, sit down and just talk to you about your family, his family.
Love that.
He was so lovely as a bloke, but so his rules, no sauces on the table, just change in terms of how the dietary and all that other stuff was. He was so strict and just knew exactly how he wanted to play the game. But as a bloke, he was lovely. Lovely man.
And every time a new manager came in, Chris, did you find that the whole regime changed behind the scenes? Did everything change, or did it pretty much run normally? What happened?
No, it's a weird thing when you're in a club and the manager changes, because everything, like, you get new staff come in, new expectation. You can go here. This is the time you can get with the players. This is where you can go. These are the questions you can ask. It changes the whole dynamic of a football club. But I will say now that I think the longer you go in football, the more managers are open to things like social media, and they know the value of doing things with the players and the brand of the club itself, because it's huge.
Chris, look, you've got to come in the studio soon. We know you've got a job, but you come in and see us, and we can get people to ask questions about F1 and behind the scenes at Chelsea. Listen, thanks a lot for joining us, mate.
That's all right. Good to see you all, guys.
Go back to work. See you soon, mate.
Take care, everyone.
Do you know what we are? We are a fan show, aren't we?
Yeah.
So, we're saving football and from
swans and geese.
So we are fans football. So what we wanted to do was every week get a fan of the week on, and we want to pick a fan from a team, any team in the country.
Like Stranger on the Sofa.
Very much so. But today we've chosen someone from. Well, we haven't chosen them. They've actually bothered applying to come on, and they're from Notts County, and I think we can speak to Loz Clough, as in Brian Clough. Loz Clough, how are you, Loz?
I'm all right, my lovely. Thank you very much.
Hello, Loz.
Hi, Loz.
Hello.
Notts County fan for how many years?
1968, I first went there and sold golden goal tickets to raise funds for the club.
What's golden goal tickets? What, I don't know.
Oh, just a raffle ticket.
Gold ticket is, Tim.
No, what is it?
Yeah. It's a raffle ticket.
I don't think they do that in the Division 1 and the Premier League.
Oh.
So tell us about Notts County. They're second, League 2. Sorry, they're fourth in the league, aren't they, at the moment? How are you getting on?
Absolutely, smashing it at the moment.
Where do you think you're going? Do you think this is the season you're going to come up then?
I hope so. I really hope so. We've got good owners. We've got new owners, and I think that's their ambition for this season.
Listen, tell me about Wrexham, what you think of them, because you say you've got good owners, but Wrexham have just gone all the way through your division and gone up. Are you jealous of them, or how do you feel about that sort of injection of money in a club like that?
I thank them for the opportunities we had through their television programme. That's all, really. I don't like their style of football.
Oh, what sort of style of football do you like then, Loz?
I don't like diving.
No one likes diving. Why are we allowing it?
Likes it.
Oh yeah, no, Tom Daly does.
Yeah, I like football and tactics. I don't like diving.
I'll watch it.
You actually sell some of the food outside the ground. Is this true?
I do. I own a truck called Loaded Flavours.
Yes.
And I decided, having travelled the country since 1968 to football matches, some of the food they do at football matches, you've got to be honest, it's a bit dire. So 2 years ago, I decided to see what I could do with the food, and it's been going really well. One of our followers is a foodie, and he put a food thing up on Footy-Scran. We got 4 million views.
Wow.
JD pulled pork loaded fries. It was.
Helen, tell us about Footy-Scran.
Footy-Scran's my favourite account on. I still call it Twitter. I don't care. And the thing is, I'm a vegetarian as well, and it's mainly pictures of people's. I can't say pictures of people's meat, can I?
I've got to be honest, though, Helen. I've got to be honest. We did, for the first 3 months of opening, we did vegetarian food, and every week we took it home and binned it. Because nobody came.
Exactly.
Nobody came.
This is why I don't complain about grounds. I mean, because you can always get a plate of chips. I never complain about grounds not serving vegetarian food, because I realise that I'm possibly one of maybe 2 or 3 vegetarians in the ground. But what's your best seller? What do you sell most of?
JD pulled pork and the burgers. I've got a local 48 years experience butcher, and he takes top rump steak, minces it 4 times, and turns that into little balls of meat for us to smash.
Taking the world by storm, pulled pork, isn't it?
Oh, and smash burgers.
Yeah. Yeah, but we put JD in our pulled pork.
Jack Daniels.
Yeah.
Oh,
So what, do the kids have that?
Yeah, it's barbecue sauce,
Oh,
so
right,
nobody gets nuzzled before the game.
Not for you, Pete.
Loz, make a quick prediction for us. Good cup run and playoffs, or are you going up? Guaranteed going up.
I want to go up, and I'm not bothered about cup runs. I want to go up.
Loz,
We didn't start very well anyway.
right, Loz, it's been wonderful speaking to you. We'll keep an eye out for Notts County results as the season goes on. Thank you so much. Best of luck.
Thanks, my lovely.
Cheers, Loz.
Nice to
All right,
meet
see you,
you.
Loz.
Thanks.
See you. Bye.
Bye.
By the way, Helen got me into her that website. The thing. What's it called? Footy Scrams. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Right, it's brilliant, isn't it? And if you've got anything, if you haven't seen it, go and see it. It's absolutely fantastic.
Some of the stuff they serve up's unbelievable.
Yeah,
It is.
Yeah.
And it's the replies to it as well. There's often, just a picture of some food and there are thousands of replies. But my absolute favourite reply is when people just say, that's Steve McScrannaman.
All right, listen, if you've got anything that you think we should follow, like 30 Scrans or anything, please let us know. Do you know what I'm going to do the first time? I'm going to tell you. Get to us on Insta or Twitter at Soccer A to Z pod. At Soccer A to Z pod. And you can email Soccer A to Z at
What's the A to Z? Is that like a hyphen?
No. It's no, it's neither.
So you need to say what it says.
You're right.
Get it.
You're right.
That's why I'm good at podcasts.
Fucking hell, that's rubbish, isn't it? It's Soccer AZ pod.
Okay.
All right. And it's Soccer AZ at dmgmedia.co.uk. Soccer AZ at dmgmedia.co.uk. Okay, right. So I think we should. Send them in if you've got anything that you think we should follow. So, but we are the People's Podcast, and I like to call us the People's Podcast because I liked it when David Moyes decided to call Everton the People's Club, and I just always thought that was really funny because it's like, yeah, all right, Liverpool might be winning European Cups, the League, the FA Cup, and everything, but we are the People's Club, and I think that so that's so obviously there's a lot of podcasts out there, all better than this one, but we're the People's one.
They can't all be better.
Oh no, not all of them, just half a dozen.
I think it's been a real solid start. I've got to be honest. I've been here half an hour now, and I'm thinking this is going on to big things.
The Gary's podcasts are very good. You got Lineker and you got Neville. They're doing podcasts. They're very good. Top of the charts.
Do we need to get a Gary in?
Yeah.
We need to get Gary. Yeah, that's what we need.
Mamet's number.
Yeah, okay. Now, what do we want from our lovely listener? Well, first up, we're looking. We're going to be working our way through the alphabet, starting at A. It's the culture of football from the fans' perspective. So it's more Anfield rap than Anfield. It's more Badger Juice, if you remember that, than Brentford set pieces, and it's more Mexican wave than. Mexican wave. Mexico, we're all looking around. So I'll give you an idea. So we want you to send them in, some ideas in, but I'll give you an idea. A is for Armchair Fan, and I have to admit that I have become an Armchair Fan. I've given up my season tickets at the home of football, Stamford Bridge, and I can only apologise for that, but I have my reasons.
And you told me your reasons.
Do you want to hear my reasons?
You've got to tell the people. I think it's good.
First of all, I used to spend time at weekends with my daughters, so I didn't go as often. And so it's quite a lot of money at Stamford Bridge, so I was wasting my money a bit. Secondly, I lost a bit of connection with the club. And I've got to be honest with you, because we spent a lot of money and we were sacking a lot of fans, and it kind of wasn't fitting my values as much. So I was getting angry with them, and I was thinking, am I going every week? But I still like Chelsea. I still like watching them on TV. But that, and the other thing is I had a bout of depression. And it wasn't making me happy being there. It made me feel kind of sad for some reason. I remember going to Anfield, actually. Simon Rimmer, he's on a show with me, Joe. It's called Sunday Brunch on a Sunday. It's a good show. You should watch it. And he took me, he's a Liverpool fan, he's a chef, and he took me up to Anfield. And I'm sitting in Anfield. Loads of Liverpool fans spot me. They're all standing up and they're going, Lovejoy is a... And it's like it's there, and I just felt so lonely. Depression type hit me, and going to football didn't do it for me anymore. But however, watching it on TV really did, and I love watching it on TV. And so I'm just a massive fan of watching football on TV. I really enjoy it. I love it all. My idea of heaven is Sunday, Super Sunday, or Monday Night Football. Do you all agree with me here?
I love Monday Night Football.
I love, as I mentioned earlier, I love the Garys. I love the Jamies.
The Roys.
The Roys, yeah. I love them all. I love Lee Dixon, I love Wrighty, I love Rio, I love Alan Shearer. I love it all.
Do you draw the line, though? Right, if you see a game that's on on a Sunday or something and you go, no, I'm not bothered about it.
No, I love it all.
Wolves, Bournemouth.
Yeah. Yeah, I love it.
Wait to see if Joe was actually brave enough to come up with two teams that we do look at the fixture and go, yeah.
I love it. Oh, I love the stats. I love shouting at the people. They're like, I've got my favourite pundits and I've got the ones I don't like so much. I love shouting at them. I love Kelly Cates. Who loves Kelly Cates?
She's so good.
She's brilliant, isn't she? I'm going to get her on here. I think she's great. She's brilliant. I love Daniel Sturridge's suits. I love his clothes. I love that Roy Keane has to stand next to him.
Do you remember when he started singing?
Yes.
Daniel Sturridge and Roy Keane was next to him like that.
Yeah, I love that. I love Michael Richard. I love it all. I'm just a massive fan. I'll tell you what, just a very sad story here. My dad died a couple of years ago, and it was and I went to see him in the hospice before he died. And I left there and I came home and it was Liverpool, Man United derby. And it was the one where Ronaldo blanked Carragher. Stormzy came on at the end. They had all the players all around. So you had Gary and Jamie and all that lot. And I just remember thinking, this is what football is. It's escapism, isn't it, from that? And I just loved every minute of it. And we had that derby this week, didn't we? Yeah. And it delivered. You know, Jamie and Gary Neville having an argument at the end. It was just, did you see that?
It's box office.
It's just brilliant, isn't it? Yeah, so I love it all. And now, I don't know what you think of VAR. I'm sure we all hate it in our own way. But when Trent scores a goal, celebrates, kisses the camera, and then 5 minutes later they disallow it. I think at the top end it's become a bit of a TV sport. Because if you're at the ground, as we know, you never know what's going on anymore.
And when I go Stamford Bridge now, I just do not celebrate a goal. Like, I was just waiting until 3 minutes later until they tell it's a goal, and then exactly, because I don't want to be giving it big licks in the Matthew Yard and upper, and then the away fans go, "Woo!" It's like offside. So I think VAR's killed it for me, but it's better on TV because at least you know if it is on or offside.
And do you know the other thing I love? Helen, I don't know what you think about this. I love it now when they bring the managers over at the end or something. And my favourite thing is if they bring Jack Grealish over, because that guy loves playing football so much.
Love Jack.
And every time they bring Jack Grealish over, I'm like, this is just brilliant. Jack just loves playing football. He's like pinching. I'm playing Man City all the time, and he's like pinching himself. Helen, what do you think of it all?
I'm a big Armchair fan anyway because my team are never on TV. So this is something that when people talk about how there's so much football on TV and all the kickoff times have changed, and there are some times when Newcastle might be down at Bournemouth on a Tuesday night or something, and you're thinking about how they're going to get home and blah blah blah. But for somebody like me, that's my big football fix, is because you don't see a lot of non-league on my team on television. But I'm a little bit opposite you. I watch a little bit of the build-up, and I like all the pundits, and I like all the arguing, and I love Roy Keane. But the second that the final whistle has gone, I get up, I'm gone, I'm outside.
No.
I'm putting the chips in or whatever. Yeah, I don't care. The game's over. It's done. Unless there's been something happened that I want to know what they thought about it. But if it's something just like a kick-in and a red card, I go, well, they're just going to say it's a kick-in and a red card. I don't care.
No.
I'm outside. I'm doing other things.
I love the post-match. I love Monday Night Football where they start just talking at each other.
Yeah, Monday Night Football.
Exactly. If they start talking crap, I'm doing better things.
No. I love it.
You've got 400 animals to look after.
Feed themselves, will they?
Yeah, but it was.
Did you know, by the way, out of football fans, 9% of football fans go 9% of football fans go live to every match. 19% go regularly, and 28% go occasionally. So over 50% of football fans never actually go to the games.
You see, I'm going the other way. Having spent years of mostly watching football on TV, I've got a season ticket. Now, not for the team of sport. I've got a Norwich season ticket now with my two sons because they've got into football and they wanted to go along. So I think I'm probably the only season ticket holder.
Nice
nice
in Norwich, right?
players. Nice club, I think. Yeah. Delia.
Yeah, Delia. Is she there? Yeah, she there?
Oh, she goes every week.
Does she?
Yeah, away, home and away. Yeah.
Home and away.
Yeah.
I can name 5 players, and that's because 3 of them play for Scotland.
And you're a big Scotland fan, as we know. I think I'm going to end up presenting the live football. That's what I think. That's my ambition.
Yeah.
Really?
This doesn't seem like anything about your career trajectory makes that likely.
I'm on the ladder towards it.
You messed up doing the draw for the League Cup.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't even the League Cup. It was the Autoclass Windshield.
Yeah, something like that. No, this is my stepping stone. This podcast is like, I'm going to be there presenting the live football. I might go straight to Champions League. Helen, have you
just do the final?
We're doing examples of A's. Have you got an A we can do?
Well, funny, yours is Armchair fan. Mine is away days.
Oh, away days, yes, glory
Because
days.
away days are like nothing else. There are people who prefer going away than going home, which I don't quite, because
you get the real fans, don't you? You get the real proper, the hardcore fans. Yeah.
And they go away. Your home ground is your mecca, but away days. And the thing is I'm not going to do this. Like, non-league away days are absolutely brilliant, but non-league away days are absolutely brilliant. Farnborough Town, a couple of weeks ago, I arrived 20 minutes before kick-off, parked in the stadium. There was a bloke there was just a bloke at there's just a barrier. It's just a barrier that's up, and you drive up and it says car parking, £2.
Wow.
And I thought it's 20 minutes to kick off, I've got no chance. And I just drove up and went, they basically went, yeah, I think there's a couple over there. But I gave him £2. I gave him £2 in cash, stuck it in his pocket, off you go. He stitched me up because there weren't any spaces, but
You're just in Tesco.
Oh, wow. What league do you play in? Have you got what's going on?
We're National League South.
Wow.
Why did you laugh?
Really? But there's some great grounds down there.
And looked away and laughed.
No, I didn't laugh at all. I was just being smiling. But no, it's wow. I didn't realise.
Then we played again.
Are you coming up this year? Have you got?
Well, we hope so, but there was everything's changed at Torquay. I'm wearing the shirt because we've got the new consortium, the Bryn consortium now.
Right, what are they?
And they're made up of Torquay fans. We've got these co-chairmen, Michael and Mark, and they've been Torquay season ticket holders for years. So everything is brilliant.
Love Michael and Mark, but you need American money. That's why it's A to Z. Yeah. Get the American billionaires in. That's
Netflix
where they're at.
dollar.
Yeah, Netflix money. Yeah, no, Amazon Prime, aren't they?
Chad and Tyler, not my.
No, American money is not enough anymore. Have you not watched Welcome to Wrexham? They've even said there, American money, Hollywood money is not enough. You need oil baron money if you want to.
Let's get. I tell you what, we'll get Humphrey Kerr on here. He runs the club, doesn't he, for the Hollywood royalty, and we'll get him on and see if he can help you generate some cash into Torquay. Will Farrow put money in? Didn't he? Leeds or someone? Where did he put money?
Leeds.
Leeds. So who are you looking at? Denzel Washington. He might stick some money in Torquay. What do you reckon? Who's big out there? George Clooney, Pitt and Clooney. That's what you want.
Yeah, Ocean's 11. That's what you get.
Get all of them.
Yeah, because they've got loads. They rob casinos.
Get the one with
loads of money.
Yeah, get the one with the dodgy English accent. You know, who did that one? Anyway, listen. So we need some A's to come in. That's basically what we're saying. So get your A's in. Send the emails in. They don't have to be topical, by the way. The A's. It could be just anything you like. You know.
It doesn't even have to begin with A.
I don't know. It does have to begin with A. You know what's making the headlines, though, don't you, Joe?
What?
Corduroy pillows. That's your joke, isn't it? I thought that was your joke. I thought that was your joke.
It was, yeah.
Wasn't it? Or maybe we got that out of the back of a paper or something. What was your other one? My favourite joke was the one about the logo. Your one,
Oh, Kappa.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's won back-to-back awards.
Yay! But that doesn't work anymore because...
Tim, do you remember when we used to make Joe pitch to Dragon's Den?
Oh, yes.
No.
Yeah, I do. It's brilliant. We used to do a Dragon's Den sketch, and it used to be Sheephead every single week, going up with things that have already been invented.
They've already been invented.
Yeah,
and his mock outrage when I remember and he said, right, so crisps.
Yeah.
So, right, you've got crisps, okay, right, and then you have a little sachet of flavouring, and you tear that off and you put it in the crisp yourself.
That's already been done.
Yeah, and he goes, Has it?
I do remember. It was
Do you know what?
good.
It's sort of coming back. I don't really remember it, but it's a great item.
I don't remember that at
Don't
all.
you?
No,
It was
No.
so,
Joe, you were brilliant at it, though. That's what you were.
He-
Right, get your A's into at Soccer AZ Pod. Yeah, I did it right there. Or that can be Twitter or Instagram.
You said AZ there, Tim.
Oh, sorry, AZ. AZ.
Which side
Sorry.
are you on? Don't be a
Sorry, I'm
turncoat.
on the Go USA. Yeah. Or we got an email address, socceraz@dmgmedia.co.uk. Another item we're doing on this, as well as we're doing the WWWF, which is what's wrong with football. And I just thought I'd give an example today, and then we'd like you to write in. Obviously, everyone here will do it. What's wrong with football? And my first what's wrong with football is, hopefully we can play a clip, is Celeste. This is it.
Keep on. You'll never stop this day. I will never let you go.
I've interviewed her, lovely woman, on Sunday Brunch, Joe, a show on Sunday mornings. Great, you should watch
Really?
it. Yeah, but she sings that song. Great song, but it's been going for you can't keep doing it around the football. And I say I love live football, and I love the TV
They always used to
football.
mix it up every couple of years,
Yeah,
didn't
it is
they?
refresh.
It used to be every year, right?
You'd have Moloko.
Yeah.
And you had Tiny Strider.
Yeah.
And who was the other one?
Don't know, but they used to mix up, didn't we?
Yeah.
One of the Manchester bands, wasn't it, at one
The
stage?
time is now.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah, that's Moloko, isn't it?
That was Moloko.
Elton John did
Yeah,
it,
twice.
didn't he?
Elton John, yeah. Oh, did they do that? But they used to.
Living in the stars, a million
Yeah, that's Tiny
miles
Temper.
away. That had a good run for a couple of seasons, didn't it?
But this one's been going since 2021.
Ready for
Did you know that?
I'm surprised this
No,
year.
so
I bet
2020.
Celeste stop, he should-
2020 it's been going for. Don't you think they need to change it? Is it just me, or
They might have a.
No, it's not just you. I was really surprised when I heard it this year. I was really surprised that it was the same thing again.
Yeah.
Yeah, started. I've got the stats here. Became soundtrack Sky Sports coverage Premier League 2020. Gary Hughes, Sky Sports Director of Football, said the start of the football season is all about hopes and dreams for millions of supporters up and down the country, and this track brilliantly portrays those feelings. That was a quote from 4 years ago,
Wow.
because they haven't changed it. So there you go. The other song, right? WWWF, What's Wrong with Football, is, and I thought this might be controversial, and I was saying to some of the guys who are helping put this podcast together, I'm not sure about doing this. I think I might upset everybody, but I don't like listening to Sweet Caroline by I'm just bored of it now. What are the other thoughts?
I've got to be honest. I love it at boxing.
A boxing?
When it's at boxing, I think it's really,
That's where
really
it came
good.
from.
No, it came from.
It came from the cricket.
No, it came from the NFL.
Came from Neil Diamond.
Yeah, it did. It come from Neil Diamond.
That's funny, because I thought it came from the boxing, but it's infiltrated the darts as well. But it is it's Gurney's Walk-On song.
See, I wouldn't even have that as a football song.
Right, back in the 1990s,
It's just a go-to, isn't it? It's so unimaginative.
For me, I hear that, I think boxing, it pissed up people going, duh, duh,
I think
duh.
cricket.
Yeah, but that's exactly why they play it, because to get the crowd going.
back in the 1990s, the NFL's Carolina Panthers played the song at every home game, and that's when it started getting catchy. So I
never knew that.
I do know it was big in America. That's why, because the guy who started introducing it to England matches, they did an interview with him, whoever does the tannoy or whatever, and he said that he'd heard it in American stadiums, and that's why he did it. He didn't say he'd heard it in the boxing, but that's it. So
I'm having it. I quite like it.
we did a poll. We did a poll on our socials, and do you like Sweet Caroline as a football song? The result is, what do you think? Because I was worried about this.
What was the question?
Did you
again?
put "Don't Care" in there?
I put yes, no, and don't care. Yes got 20.3%. No got 64%. Don't care got 15.7%. So
People care more than I expected.
Yeah,
I
they
thought Don't
did,
Care
yeah.
would have done better.
yeah, I'm disappointed. Are you?
Talking about sounds and football, though,
Yeah.
Sweet Caroline. It's all. It's the song when people score goals now. They actually play it when someone scores a goal.
Happy. That's an American thing. Isn't it?
That's
Fratelli.
Yeah.
You don't like that because Robbie and me love that. Z, come on, Z, A to Z.
You like
the Americans.
You like music playing after?
I just like American money.
I just want to go to Oklahoma or somewhere.
Yeah, so I'm Team Robbie. Who do you want to be sponsored by? Hershey's or something?
Yeah, Hershey's would be good. We'd be drowning. You two won't be going about Z. We're drowning in Hershey kisses, swimming through them on the way to the studio.
But Free From Desire's up there with Sweet Caroline as well now.
Yeah.
Free From Desire by Gala.
I recently, last year, as part of my midlife crisis, I was DJing in a nightclub, and they gave me a list of songs that I couldn't play because of football stuff. Not that I was going to anyway, but it was these sort of songs because of football rivalries.
It's not. It's Will Griggs on Fire, though, isn't it?
Will Griggs on Fire.
That's where it started. Wigan's song. And
I once remember reading, one of those sort of quick question things to do with footballers on the back of whatever, and they did one with Alan Stubbs. And it said, what's the best song ever written? And he said, Free From Desire by Gala. Ever written.
What was this? Was this before that? They started playing all the time?
This was years ago when he was, I think he was at Everton at that point.
It was 96, that song was out. I was looking at it the other day. Yeah, so it's
best song ever written.
Best song ever written.
What I do like, though,
Hold on, we can hear it. Hold on, let's hear it.
Mind and senses purified, free from desire. Na 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 na.
He's right.
He's got a point.
It was the best song ever written.
Do you remember when you used to go to Stamford Bridge, when you used to not be an Armchair fan? And
I feel like such a loser at the moment.
No, not at all.
But you can take me. How many season tickets you got?
Huh?
How many season tickets you got?
I've got just the one.
Right,
but
how many
my
have you
uncle's friend doesn't always go, so you can come with me.
I'll come with you, yeah.
So we'll go and play paddle, golf, then we'll go Chelsea.
All right, so.
I did like One Step Beyond.
Yes.
Chelsea.
It's a good song to finish, yeah.
When we won.
Coming on to Liquidator is always good, isn't it?
Liquidator is a great song.
But that's our song, so it's fine. Like
Todd Bowley's changed that now.
Everton, what?
Todd Bowley's changed that now.
There's still Liquidator goes on.
A little bit, and then he puts in Foo Fighters.
No.
Yeah, it literally is.
I don't remember that last time I went. I went last season.
Yeah,
really?
Foo Fighters he plays now. It's disgraceful. Actually, I can't remember, but it is Foo Fighters.
He's playing more then, doesn't he? If you can't remember it.
It actually upsets me.
Listen, by the way, I forgot to mention that we are looking for a fan of the week for next week. So it's A next week. So we need a team beginning with A. So that's Arsenal or Aberdeen or Accrington Stanley.
Aston
Villa or AFC Bournemouth.
That's B, isn't it?
No,
can we go foreign? AAUK Athens?
If anyone's from Athens wants to do it, we can. Yeah, why not?
Atalanta.
Oh yeah, American money. Yeah, Atlanta fan.
All right, okay. The other thing we're going to do from next week is we've not got one, but we've got two shows. There's Soccer A to Z, this one with the year A to Z's, and we've got a weekend treat for you with Soccer A to Z Q&Q, questions and quiz. So firstly, we're looking for contestants for our new quiz, which is called the Unfair Football Quiz. Get applying to that, and the way I've mentioned before, go to our socials, Soccer.
Why is it unfair?
Well, because football's not fair, Joe.
Yeah, fair dues.
So
unfair dues.
Unfair dues.
So football's not fair, so the quiz is not fair. Get applying. We need your name and your team. I'm going to give you a couple of quiz questions just to kick you off. The first one is the first fee paid for the Premier League in '92 is a 5-year deal for how much? How much in '92? Helen, do you want to join in with this? How much do you think the first one was in '92?
What, for like the TV rights?
Yeah, it's a 5-year deal. How many million was it? It's in millions. It's not hundreds of thousands. I'll give you that as a clue.
I'm going to go 10 mil.
10 mil.
I go 8 mil.
8 mil? 5 years I'm talking about here.
Oh, okay.
It's a 5-year deal.
Whatever 8 times 5 is 24. No.
8 times 5?
40 mil.
40 million.
15 million.
No. Helen? It's higher. I'll give you a clue. It's higher.
16 million.
I'm going to put you out of your misery now. It's 304 million. That's what it was.
In 92?
Yeah, 92.
I thought this was going to be something where it was low, and we were like, whoa, that's so low.
Well, it is low.
billion.
It's 6.7 billion now over 4 years for Sky and TNT. Yeah. So if you want to take part in the quiz, do it. Get going. And the final thing we're going to say to you is it's question and quiz. So we want questions to come in. So if you've got any questions for us, get them sent in the normal way because we will answer those. I think we've had a few sent in. Largy24 said, "What was the worst idea someone ever pitched for Soccer AM?" If I could go first on that, because I'm going to go. Robot Football by Neil, who's not here. We're going to hear a message from him in a minute. But Robot Football, he kept coming back with it, didn't he? Week after week.
What did he do with it?
I don't know. It was just a somewhere. There was robots playing football.
Was it because of like Robot Wars was big or something?
Something like that. And someone went, "Oh, there's Robot Football," and it just was a non-item. But he kept coming back with that.
My one's Neil as well. Do you know what he always used to?
By the way, Neil is brilliant, and he came up with bounce back ability, and he came up with a load of other stuff.
Ian Dowie came up with bounce back ability.
Yeah, but he heard it.
Diamond.
He was pedantic and went, "That's not in the dictionary."
He harnessed it.
He harnessed the bounce back ability. Yes, Helen, what have you got?
You know, sometimes goalkeepers make a save that they know is going to look good on screen, look good on TV. So, and they say it's a television save. So they'll go belly up and they'll tip it, or and it's one for the screen. So I said, so every week we find the goalkeeper that does that, and it's called a screensaver. So it's a little thing, and we have a sting to it like Taxi and all that, and so we find the goalkeeper that's done. He could have just gone, but he doesn't. He's gone like this, and we do a thing.
Quite like
screensaver, and you laughed me into the ground, and then a couple of years later I brought it up again, and you laughed me into the ground again.
Just no way. That's a good idea.
They'll be doing that on Match Today, won't they, on Saturday?
That's a good idea. That's strong. I like that. Yeah. Listen, so if you've got any questions for us, get them in. Soccer AZ pod, or email socceraz@dmgmedia.co.uk. So now the bit everybody's been looking forward to. It's a beautiful piece of art. There's everything in there. There's comedy, there's tears, there's the whole lot. It's as you would expect from Neil.
So if people don't remember, Neil was the colonel to my ginger.
He was, yeah, he was.
What else did he do?
He used to read stories. Oh, he was
David Furniture.
Ali McMoist.
Ali McMoist,
yeah. It's a wee stain.
It's just a wee stain.
Yeah, he did that. Good. Here's his video.
Ah, Lovejoy. Good to see you, old boy. Now, did I ever tell you about the time Ginger and I went on a double date with the cheeky girls? I think that's probably all we can get away with nowadays, certainly if you want a second episode. Actually, funny story about this. I asked my daughter if she had card and a grey pen so I could make a moustache, and she looked at me as if I was a bit strange. Kids nowadays. Listen, I'm so glad you're getting the band back together. I'm so sorry I can't be there in person. As you know, or some of you know, I am starting a new career. So today, literally, as you're recording, it's my first day in school as a trainee teacher. So in future, it's Mr. Colonel to you, if you don't mind. But listen, I'd love to get involved however I can. I have been working in non-league for the last 6 seasons with #United, who are actually a team that didn't exist last time we saw each other. So if you need a non-league correspondent, let me know. But I kind of figured you might have that sorted in Helen. Anyway, love to you all. Good luck for the show. I'll see you soon.
Top man.
Very nice. Brilliant.
Yeah. All right, we come to the end of the show. That's brilliant. If you want to get involved, whatever it is, you got an A to Z, you want to be part of the quiz or the questions or a fan, get into @SoccerAZ pod. That's your Insta and Twitter, or email email socceraz@dmgmedia.co.uk.
Do you want to do that again?
That's the end of the show. Bye, everyone. Bye. Bye.